Hi, Assalamualaikum to our beloved lecturer Dr. Sharifah Nazatul Faiza and fellow classmates. We are from Group 1. Today, we will present to you guys about the Industry Revolution 4.0 and its impact on auditing profession. Before we start, let me introduce my team member first. We have Muhammad Nur Adam, Muhammad Firdaus, Nur Hazirah, Nurul Syafiqah, and me myself, Kotrun Nada. So, what is Industry Revolution 4.0? Now, let's hear from Firdaus.
Before we go deep into discussion, it is better to know about the Industrial Revolution and how it expands until today. Industrial Revolution, or IR, can be defined as a rapid major change in an economy marked by the general introduction of power-driven machinery or by an important change in the prevailing types or method of using of such machine. This revolution brought advances in certain fields such as technology, shipping, science, agriculture, and construction activities. Industrial Revolution also transformed the previous status of social class and led to the widespread of happening of urbanization. Until now or until today, this revolution is still relevant for the use of industrial players, and more reforms are introduced, bringing to a total of 5 phases of the Industrial Revolution that feature different focuses between the phases. Even though there are 5 phases of the Industrial Revolution, in today's video, we only focus on 4th Industrial Revolution or Industry 4.0, since Industry 5.0 is still new to us and not so much information we can gather, and also the effect we can see today. So, 4th Industrial Revolution or IR 4.0 or Industry 4.0 is a phase that revolutionized the way companies manufacture, improve, and distribute their product. New technology available being integrated such as big data and AI analytics, cloud computing, blockchain, industrial internet of things or IIoT, and etc. has been found. So all these technologies were none other than to produce intelligent product, intelligent factories, and also intelligent asset, as well as empowering people or empowering the workers. Now we will look how Industrial Revolution being implemented for the first time since 18th century, and it continues to expand and shows differential each phases until now. Around 1760, the first ever Industrial Revolution being implemented by Great Britain that has a world's largest economy and became a vast empire controlling colonies in every continent at that time. The main theme or the main focus on this revolution is factory mechanization, where the steam engine machines was introduced that improved factory efficiency and slowly removed the human labor in the factory. World industrial faced another revolution around 1870s with Second Industrial Revolution. This revolution has various focuses such as usage of electrical energy to power up the machines replacing the steam powered before, mass production among manufacturers, and improvement in communication and teleportation. Other countries such as Germany, United States of America, and the Great Britain itself involved in the revolution that can improve their economic status. Among the new things, equipment or tools that feature in this phase was creation of assembly lines for mass production and extensive usage of telegraph and railroad network for steam train. 20th century was declared as a new era of industry with introduction of new machine named computer, and here comes the third industrial revolution. The main focus here is partial automation with the presence of programmable logic controllers or PLC. Besides, the electronic devices also created during this revolution to enable the manufacturers to control all the manufacturing process remotely using software system. Not to forget, the introduction of internet or World Wide Web that we use until now promises brighter future for industrial player through third industrial revolution. And last one, can we say this is the greatest and modern industrial revolution? Maybe, because the fourth industrial revolution focused on fully autonomous manufacturing process, where the way people or the way employee work has been changed into a smarter networks. This era also considered as era of smart production facilities, where control over the devices can be done autonomously without human intervention. Nowadays, we can see a lot of new technologies such as cloud computing, blockchain, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and so on. So all this technology will be benefit by those manufacturers to 99% digitalize their factory.
Now, I will explain the components of Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 is built on 9 key technological components that are gradually integrated. The first component is autonomous robots. Autonomous robots are machines that are programmed to carry out activities with little or no human assistance. They can vary substantially in size, capability, mobility, dexterity, intelligence, and cost. They are capable of intelligently doing activities in a coordinated manner with minimal human input. For example, autonomous mobile robots can transfer materials throughout the factory floor while avoiding obstacles, coordinating with fleet mates, and recognizing where pickups and drop-offs are needed in real time. Next is additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is a set of production technologies that allows for the generation and subsequent addition of layers of material to produce a final product. It's also known as 3D printing, which is a process of building a product by layering materials such as plastic, metal, concrete, or wood on top of each other. Additive manufacturing is important in Industry 4.0 because it allows for customization, reduce waste, and allows producers to print goods as needed. Thirdly, augmented reality. Through augmented reality, the user can visualize step-by-step operations of the activity at hand or even receive visual guidance in real time from professionals via remote support technologies. When adopting augmented reality technologies, researchers have seen up to a 50% improvement in performance because augmented reality in industry helps to speed up industrial activities, increase the efficiency of manufacturing process, and reduce the occurrence of errors. The next component is big data. Big data is the application of advanced computing tools to large data sets in order to uncover useful correlations, patterns, trends, and preferences that can help businesses make better decisions. Manufacturers can improve production efficiency, interpret real-time data with self-service systems, optimize predictive maintenance, and automate production management by the application. Without big data, 4.0 technologies would not have been able to read and extract value from all of the data in order to learn, generate predictive analysis patterns, and function independently and precisely. Another component is cloud computing. Cloud computing refers to the use of hardware and software to deliver a service over a network, usually referred to internet. Because setting up cloud platforms allows organizations of all sizes to gain access to the most up-to-date data, processes, and apps that this new technology era has to offer without having to invest in a complex physical infrastructure. Cloud computing enables organizations of all sizes to adapt and evolve more quickly to new technologies. Next, cybersecurity. Cybersecurity means the technique of protecting computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from hostile intrusions. Moreover, it is also known as electronic information security or information technology security. Cyber threats can occur as a result of data sharing, points of attack, and the governance of information and operational technology and playing catch-up. Another component is Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is the ability to transfer data without requiring human-to-human or human-to-computer interaction. The organization used Internet of Things to improve operational efficiency, better understand customers in order to provide better customer service, improve decision-making, and increase corporate value. It provides businesses with a real-time view of how their system operates, supplying data on everything from machine performance to supply chain and logistical operations. Next, system integration. It comprises the integration of multiple computing systems and software packages to form a larger system, and this is what moves Industry 4.0 forward. System integration adds value to a system by combining subsystems and software applications to provide new features. It also can help by centralizing data collecting and increasing visibility into the organization's planning, scheduling, and performance. The last component is simulation. Simulation is an important tool for generating planning and exploratory models, as well as the design and operation of complex and smart production systems. Simulation can help with facility renovation without the need for heavy machinery relocation, improving overall production effectiveness, and testing new parts before investing. Therefore, manufacturers can increase productivity without disrupting production or investing resources excessively through simulation.
Next, we move to the factor driving technological changes in audit profession. The primary factor propelling changes in audit profession is the expanding use data for both client and their auditors, as the fast-rising usage of data analytics regards the function of auditor. The use of big data has produced much needed upheaval in the profession, although many of these technical advancements are still in their infancy. The influence they are projected to have cannot be overlooked. Auditors must plan for the future and equip themselves with the necessary tools. These are few factors driving technological changes in audit profession that include the increasing lack of reliance of financial statement and on audited information. Based on one Canada's auditors, Sheila Fraser, he mentioned that auditor profession today face a big long-term threat. The lack of reliance and investor confidence on the audited information is one of long-term threat due to the age of instant data. Investors and analysts increasingly rely on non-GAAP and other measurements to assess a company performance. Next, the other factor is the volume of transaction and data in business that has increased dramatically in the audit profession. There are over 90% of work data and significant amount of its financial data that has been generated since 2016. Furthermore, auditors will be needed to move toward automation as desire for proactive and forward-looking approaches in audit technology now give them ability to develop higher quality audit that better fulfill their current function. Furthermore, factor driving technological changes in audit profession is the view of regulators with regard to innovative techniques being developed and applied by auditors. Regulators must determine whether auditors follow professional standards, but the professional standard make no mention on emerging high-quality audit processes such as data analytics. While the professional standard do not prohibit an auditor from execute new audit methods, these processes are not specifically included in this standard, leaving regulators and auditors in the dark. In certain circumstances, this uncertainty is stifling professional creativity. This is a problem that can be solved by keeping their current discussion between auditors and regulators going.
Next, I will present to you guys about the benefits of Industry Revolution 4.0 to the audit profession. First, Industry Revolution 4.0 replaced manual controls with computer controls. This helps auditors to reduce errors or mistakes during the audit process, as IT system technology can reduce these mistakes because technology processes information consistently. Next, technology reduces the time involved during the audit process. As audit sampling methods have been replaced by technology, auditors do not have to spend time on collecting, gathering, and analyzing the information anymore. Technology will do all the process and provide the information to the auditor. They no longer need to stress on the audit process as it has been replaced by technology. Technology also eliminates sampling risk since the auditor did not have to apply sampling method in the process anymore. Sampling risk refers to the risk that arise from the possibility that the auditor may conclude the company's performance differ from what they should be. It is because the auditor's final opinion is not based on the entire population, since auditors only take a few groups and evaluate their performance based on the group. Technology helps auditors to give an opinion that concludes the entire population of the business. And the last one, technology helps auditors improve efficiency in audit works. It allows auditors to focus on clients rather than processing data. Auditors also have sufficient time to analyze the data and gain new insight from internal information. For example, trial balance software enables auditor to input the working trial balance and handle all types of adjusting entries. It also automatically computes the adjusted trial balance. As Andra M. Rosario and Mikos A. Vasarhelyi stated in the CPA journal, base audit procedures have the potential to improve audit efficiency and effectiveness. Thus, we can conclude that technology helps auditors improve efficiency and effectiveness in audit work. So now, let's move on to the challenges of technology to audit profession. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nur Adam. Today I will present the potential threats of Industry Revolution 4.0 to audit profession. As the technology becomes more advanced and complex, the way auditor recording all information mostly on technology. In this case, it is blockchain technology, which emerging from the Industry Revolution 4.0. Since it is changing and improving, the way how all the data is recorded is mostly online. And so, what does it mean by blockchain technology? So, blockchain technology is a system that allows set of peers to work together to create unified, decentralized network where the peer can communicate and share the information or data under the system. There is no centralized authority. However, there is a drawback from this system. So let's look up to the next slide. Okay, so the first threat of Industry Revolution 4.0 technology is non-flexibility and difficulties in correcting errors. So the lack of flexibility is an issue with the blockchain technology since it does not allow the auditor to alter any error and making it difficult for auditor to make change for errors, making the system inflexible. So this is because under the system, the blockchain are all connected with each other. So any correction or errors must be negated with other entity. And this transaction also need to be validated by order. And okay, the net is slow performance linking to the decentralized database. So decentralization will add more member to the network, which improve the system safety. However, it will also affect the performance and make it slow. So in order to keep the safetiness of the information, more members needed in order to verify the transaction, as it is time consuming because more time consuming. Yes. Finally, we go to overload information. So the blockchain often overload more information than needed since most of information keep on pile-ups and it cannot be changed or deleted. As a result, data become out of control since it is too much information for the user to identify the information, and this will also lead to cost of handling the system since the company need to maintain the system. The next step is more energy consumption. So the use of blockchain technology, we're using more energy and is all mostly on computerization and using many various technology which resulted in waste of technology. For example, the auditor from the company need to verify, every transaction need to be verification, and some verification is unnecessary. As the result, it will waste of time and waste of money as the energy used by the computer is also included in the cost of expansion. The final threat of industry revolution 4.0 toward the auditor profession is vulnerability towards cyber attack. So technology rapidly evolve. Most of the computer face risk of cyber attack since most of technology cannot swiftly adapt to the new change in the business, especially in the term of technology development. This change will lead to exposure of cyber attack. And so, what is cyber attack? Cyber attack is is an entity using any technology computer system to steal, expose, alter, disable, or destroy information by using unauthorized access to the system. So, this entity can be either from the company or outside the company. As for the inside company, it can be a current employees or former employees. So, um, the attacker can destroy any important information and wiping file critical to the operation system ability to run with the company by a certain virus. This will lead to time wasting and losing of company resource. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Adam, for great explanation about the threat of Industry 4.0 over audit profession. Now, you might know how audit profession being threatened by Industry 4.0, but that could or could not be happen. And now, I will explain how auditor can be impacted by Industry 4.0. It can be the positive impact and the negative impact. Now, I will explain how several components of Industry 4.0 that mentioned by Shafiqah in the earlier of presentation can impact the audit profession. First of all, let's start with the big data. Big data can largely affect the audit profession through the ability of discovering massive volume and variety of information at high velocity, and also its ability to reduce uncertain veracity. In short, we can say that big data seems already taken over the auditor's work by generating higher quality audit evidence, providing more relevant business insight, as well as stronger ability to identify fraud and operational business risk. However, that does not mean the auditors having no task at all. Instead, big data changes the way auditors approach their work. I can give you an example. Even though big data already done with the sampling process, auditor may group the information discovered according to different characteristics like transaction amount, time, and also the location of transaction. This task is very important so that the auditor can discover more meaningful patterns or anomalies. And yeah, it clearly shows with the presence of big data and analytics, the audit profession is still conserved with new methods of working. Second, the other technologies such as robotic process automation or RPA can help automate repetitive tasks such as the copying and pasting of information more quickly, accurately, and most important, tirelessly than human. Although some people might think RPA is a new move to replace the human workforce, but it is better for us to understand and look back the purpose of RPA as a changing the role of human workers, giving time to humans for more meaningful work. So, in the case of client using RPA in key financial processes, the auditors will gain a certain level of comfort where the relevant data is made available in a reliable and consistent format. However, the auditors may be awkward with the data produced by RPA software since this technology is still new and the audit profession had a little experience with auditing using robots. So what auditors can do is they need to boost their technology understanding in order to assess the reliability data from the RPA software. From here, auditors will have extra knowledge on their profession as they are not only expert in the auditing field but also able to handle new technology that will eventually be used by all industry players in the future. So what can we conclude about Industry 4.0 and audit profession? I can say that technological innovations and revolutions are taking place much more quickly today. And from this fast evolution, Industry 4.0 is able to assist to improve the speed and improve the quality of auditing around the globe. Additionally, with the technology-based revolution now, fraud and distrust-related matters will be processed more easily. Even though the technology brought in during Industry 4.0 seems difficult to master and difficult to understand by auditors, appointing individuals with multiple skill set is critical so that the individual can effectively manage more than one component of Industry 4.0 that discussed by Shafika on the earlier video. I think that's all we can brought to you today. We hope all the information presented will be beneficial for you to understand the concept of Industry 4.0 and the effect over the audit profession. Thank you for investing your time with us, and we shall see you in the next time. Assalamualaikum.